walk out right in time. Get your mindset and you'll be just fine. And smile.
Morning. Welcome to day one of the 21-day challenge, and I've got a lot of different things lined up for you. Like I was saying in the intro video, there's going to be a mixture of storytelling, photography and painting. And the idea is it gives you an insight into an artist's life, because it's not just about the one thing that you make, it's everything that goes into sharing that with everybody and telling your story as an artist. So if we haven't met before, I'm Sam Morris, and I'm known for painting cows, and maybe that's a story for another day. So I've been doing this for 8 years now, and I'm absolutely unemployable because I could not imagine doing anything better. And to use your skill and to keep learning and evolving as an artist is really important. But what's more important is that you can share what you learn with other people as well. And I get a great deal of joy and satisfaction from doing that. So hopefully you're going to enjoy the next 21 days. We've got a bullet journal to make today. I don't know if you feel like I do, but I had a calendar on the wall with 1,000,001 things scheduled and planned, and of course it's been cancelled, and it's stuck there on the wall, and every time I see it I get quite sad at all of the things that have been cancelled and rearranged. It's no biggie, it just makes me a little bit sad. And I thought, gosh, I need to change that. I need to get that off the wall and get a new plan on there. So we're going to give this a big heave-ho, and we're going to start again. If you're new to bullet journaling, it's a really lovely way to focus your attention on a certain period of life or a certain project that you're working on. And because our lockdown has started, initially for 3 weeks, I thought it'd be great to do a really focused 21-day bullet journey based on everything that we're going to be learning and sharing together over the next 21 days. So many of you will have seen the list of what we're getting up to. So we've got everything from filming your art to stop motion stories to colour palette choices to colour psychology to even painting a bunny rabbit on Easter Sunday.
Yeah, bunny rabbit.
There's a mix of everything in there, and I tried to put a mix of things in there so I keep learning and we keep it interesting for one another. So that's the plan. Now, my bullet journals are normally 3 months long. I love these moleskin books, but I'm making do with what I've got. So I haven't got any new blank moleskin books handy, but I do have a load of notebooks that either I've started something and it's gone onto something else, or it didn't need a whole notebook for that one project. So this is one of those notebooks that I'd started and I'd used a few pages, but the majority of the book is still nice and fresh. So I've ripped out the pages that I don't need, just so it looks like a blank pad again, and I've just fixed the binding with a bit of fancy tape there, just so the integrity of the book stays intact. And here we have a blank notepad, good to go. So I'm going to spin you around so you've got a helicopter view of my desk as I write through and describe how I'm going to set up this bullet journal. What I've got to hand is a cup of tea, of course, some scissors, a few pens, pencils, different colours, a few post-it notes, some tape. I couldn't put my hands on any Pritt sticks, so some tape will do. I've printed out the 21 days of activities that we're going to be doing, and I've got the notebook that I'm working on. Now, if you can't find a notebook in the house, this can be collated by plain sheets of paper, and you can collect those sheets of paper into a file. So it works just the same way. The important thing is that we're working to a framework in which all of our plans are going to go, and we're structuring it in such a way that we can see how ideas turn into action. So I'm just going to move that to the side for now and open up my pad. So first blank page, doesn't matter if it's lined, dotted or plain. I normally prefer a plain page, but we're working with what we've got. Got a ruler, pick a pen. Your very first page is all about capturing why you're creating this bullet journal. So it's about goals on this page, but I think it's also important to catch the surprises that are going to come up in the next 21 days. Stuff is going to happen that's unexpected and will surprise you, and it's nice to have a little bit of a space to bank those things in. Very simply, draw one big box. At the top, write goals, and at the bottom here, the bottom box, write surprises. You can box your headings off, you can get all creative and decorate it if you want to. I sometimes get a little bit intimidated by all of the fancy bullet journals out there, and it's almost like you buy a beautiful notepad and then you get too frightened to start. So my bullet journals are very practical. They're all about capturing ideas and then turning the ideas into actions so you actually achieve these things. So on the goals section, this is all about what you want to achieve over the next 21 days doing this project, doing this challenge. Is it that you want to learn more about photography? Do you want to learn more about painting? Do you want to get better at storytelling? Is there something else that's personal to you that you want to pop in there? If you want to play around with your goals, you can just, if you've got them to hand at home, maybe chop up some little stickies, little post-it notes, and stick them in there, and you can see how those goals sit with you. So for example, I'm doing this because I definitely want to get better at storytelling. So storytelling skills improved. One of my other goals is also really getting a handle on colour psychology and colour choices and personal colour palettes. So I am going to wrap all of that up into colour understanding, if I can fit it on. Colour understanding. Another thing I want to do is play around with the creativity of filming. So it kind of links to storytelling for me, but also with filming there's a bit of technical capability needed. So I'm going to improve my editing skills, make painting fun. So you can see what I'm doing here. I'm thinking about all of the things we're going to be getting up to, and I'm just pulling out of there reasons why it's important to me. So why is it important to you? Have a think, get that down in your goals. You don't have to have a million goals. Remember, this is only 21 days. Even if you had one goal, that would be brilliant. Moving on to the surprises. This, at the moment, is nice and blank. We can't fill it in right now because this is kind of like a place where you can scribble things that happen in the next 21 days that surprise you. That could be that you do a particular challenge on a day that you might not be looking forward to, and it surprises you that you really get into it. I use this as a bank, and it's a lovely way to reflect on what's happening in your life, in your world, as you're going through trying to achieve these goals. So we're on to the next page. And now I want to use this that I printed out. If you haven't got a printer at home, I'll make sure that I include this in the video, so you can press pause at this point and you can rewrite the 21 days in your page here. Haven't got any blue tack, so I'm going to use this tape that I found. So this is our calendar. What you might want to do is just put the date, 25th of the 3rd, 20. Because I don't know if you're going through the same as me, but the days are kind of getting lost into one another, and it'd be nice just to know when I've done stuff, so as we work through it we can tick it off like that. Okay, so that's your calendar page, and of course you can scribble notes on and fill in things that you definitely want to highlight so you don't miss. It might be that as you're going through there's one that's more important to you. Get the highlighter out and make sure that you tell yourself to make time for it. Onto the left side of the book now. So I'm going to draw a box, and at the top here I'm going to write review. So what this becomes is a review of all of these days, and it might be that you just put in here maybe day 5, so D5, painting, figures. I loved it. Something as simple as that. It might be that you get to paint a bunny on day 20, D20, and you might say funny. So I'm not looking for an in-depth review, I'm just looking for just a snapshot of how it was for you, because you'll fill this page of every emotion that you've been through in each of the 21 days, and I always find this page fascinating from a personal point of view. Now, I'm not asking you guys to share any of these bullet journals back with me, because they might get super personal and private to you, but it's nice. It'll be nice to see how you go about setting your things up, and if you are brave enough to share with us, of course we'd love to see it. I say we as in the collective, everybody who's following along. So next page.
Things will work out.